It's time for the Coach's Corner Show with Pat Disabato.
Hello, welcome to the Coach's Corner Show. I'm your host, Pat Disabato from the Star Newspapers. We are here live at the RZA Acura dealership, 8150 West 159th Street in Orland Park. We have not one, we have two guests for you today. First guest is going to be Andrew varsity football coach Jim Zimmer, conference champion Andrew football, won the Southwest Suburban Red Conference. And our second guest is going to be the CFO of the RZA Car Group, Dan McMillan. Dan's a former guest a few times, so we're going to bring him on board, talk about the Orland Pioneers, Hooptown Hawks, and about the RZA Car Group. So also check us out on the web, www.coachescornershow.com. No tin cup and a monkey, folks. 24/7, jump online, check out this week's show, check out past shows. It's all good. All right, we're going to go to a Beggar's Pizza timeout. When we return, we'll have on Andrew Coach Jim Zimmer. Stay tuned.
From a mouth-watering pizza to a stomach-pleasing Italian beef sandwich, you'll never have to worry about going home hungry from Beggar's Pizza. Our meals are prepared with the finest ingredients available, tastefully seasoned in the culinary traditions of Northern Italy. Whether it's your team's victory bash, a birthday party, or just a nice night out of the kitchen, check out our extensive menu featuring pasta, salads, appetizers, dinners, sandwiches, and of course, pizza. Enjoy a great Beggar's Pizza at home or dine in at one of our many suburban locations.
Having a birthday party, holiday party, or good old-fashioned block party? Then call Fair Share Amusement Company. We rent CD jukeboxes, Golden Tee, Megatouch, and many other coin-operated video games to help make your party more fun. We deliver the machines to your house the day before the event and we'll pick up the day after at no extra charge. Fair Share Amusement Company is one of the leading suppliers of jukeboxes and games to taverns and restaurants in the Southtown area. So let Fair Share help you make more money with the latest equipment available. Call them at 773-445-9955.
If you're looking for a great place to eat with the family or to hang out with the gang, then you have to get to the Coach's Corner. You will love our extensive menu featuring burgers, shrimp, and our famous jumbo chicken wings. So whether you're playing darts, Golden Tee, sitting at the bar, or watching the game on any of our 19 TVs, you'll have a great time. So get to the Coach's Corner Family Sports Bar and Grill at 143rd Street and 82nd Avenue in Orland Park, where there's fun for the entire family.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show. If you're just joining us, I'm your host, Pat Disabato from the Star Newspapers. Our guest this week, Andrew varsity football coach Jim Zimmer. Jim, thanks for coming on board here.
Thanks for having me, Pat.
Man, oh man, the Thunderbolts, great year. 7-2 they finished up. 6-1 in the Southwest Suburban Red Conference. They're conference champions, and congratulations on that, Jim.
Thank you.
Huge accomplishment. And
yes.
Was that a realistic goal heading into the season, or what?
Yes, it was. As a staff and as the players, we really wanted to set a goal of winning the conference championship and getting into the playoffs. And the players worked hard all off season and to accomplish this goal. I'm very proud of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And last week I've watched a lot of games this year, and you guys go to HF conference. You had to share, but if you win outright, you win the whole thing. And man, 42-7 in the third quarter. You end up winning 42-21.
Right.
And I mean, as impressive of a performance as I've seen all year by any team. Did you really consider that score, something realistic going into that game? I mean, because they're a very good team. They're a playoff team.
They're a great team, and from scouting them and watching them on film and the athletes that they had, we knew that we were ready for a tough game, and it still was tough. But our kids executed the game plan to a T, and they came out and they didn't want to share the conference championship.
Yep.
And that was our goal all week, and that's what we really try to instill in the kids is let's take this trophy home and not share it with anybody.
Yep, that's
they went out
nice.
and did it.
And I've got to give you your props. First possession, first series of the game on your own 48. You're faced with a 4th and 2. At their place. I mean, you go for it, and you guy picks up 6 yards, and you go on to score, and you score on your first 5 possessions of the half, and 35-7. It was something else, man. Now the offense. You guys struggled the first few weeks of the season, really couldn't get on track. Defense has been stellar the whole season. But what was the turning point? How did you guys turn this offense around like you have the last, 4 or 5 weeks?
It's funny you say that because I think the turning point was losing the East.
Yeah.
Knowing that we were able to move the ball on Lincoln Way East, I think gave our kids a little bit of confidence. And we knew we were going to get some mileage out of that game. And once our kids watched film and saw some of the mistakes they made and were able to move the ball against a quality opponent like Lincoln Way East, we just needed a little bit of confidence. And once our kids got the confidence in what we were doing and what they were doing, it went from there.
Yep. I'll tell you, your offense, I think if you do have a go-to guy, obviously it's your quarterback, Matt Brown. He's had a phenomenal season. However, you don't really have a go-to guy in the backfield. You got 4 or 5 receivers you could hit. You could hit your guys out of the backfield. How's it been? Kids want to be the center of attention. They want to be in the spotlight. How have your kids adapted to kind of like sharing the wealth here and distributing the ball and no one, getting 20, 25 carries a game?
Right.
How have they adapted to this?
Well, we have a saying, know your role and do your job. And our kids have really bought into that. They know that in our offense we're able to go to different guys at certain times, and we try to use different matchups throughout the week. They've done a good job with that. Yep. And they understand that this is a football team, and certain people have to make certain plays in certain games. And one day it may be, one game it may be a wide receiver, one game it may be our wingback, fullback, and everyone's really bought into that philosophy, and they've executed that.
And I have to give you your props again on this too, Jim. Because, Jim, prior to coming over to Andrew, and this is your second year at Andrew, you were at Stag, and talk about some coaches, they don't care what type of talent they have, they're gonna stay with their system. They're not gonna change. Now at Stag, you guys would change your offense almost on a week-to-week basis. If things didn't work, I know you changed it like 4 straight seasons. You had a different offense.
Right.
And did you learn that from being at Stag, or where does that come from? Where do you get that belief and that philosophy to be able to alter things?
Yeah, I've learned a lot from Coach Tim McAlpin at Stag, and the reason I'm sitting here as the head coach is a lot of things that I've learned from Tim and what he's done for me. We knew that at Stag we had to change certain things, and I'm a firm believer in you have to use the strength of your players and put them in the proper spots and try to design your offense and even defensively to what you have each certain year.
Yeah. What did you think about Tim, what he pulled off last week? He had the old double boxcar going.
It's a good idea.
That is a great idea,
right.
isn't it?
It is.
It didn't work, but you had to try something.
Right. You got to try something. I know they had a lot of fun at practice that week, practicing that, and they had to take a chance.
Yep.
You got to respect that.
Yeah, I give kudos to Tim all the time because you have to remain flexible, and you too.
Right.
It's a huge key. Some coaches go 20, 25 years without changing offense, and you're willing to do it on a yearly basis, and that says a lot about you. And what about Brown? Matt Brown. 5 touchdown passes last week. Completes his first 10 passes. What's been the whole key with him this whole season to kind of improving, progressing as the weeks have gone on here?
Well, first of all, Matt was our starting quarterback last year, and unfortunately was injured after the Lincoln Way East game for basically the rest of the year. And really rehabbed this whole offseason to strengthen up his shoulder. And he's one of our captains, and what he's done is he's gotten more confident as each game has come, and he's seeing the game a lot slower now, and that just comes in with confidence and knowing what he has to do each game.
Yeah.
And from there he's able to execute.
And he's been executing. All right, we're going to go to a RZA Car Group timeout. When we return, we're going to have more with Coach Jim Zimmer and Andrew Football. Stay tuned.
RZACars.com. Looking for a new Chevy? Shop online. The best Chevy selections and the biggest Chevy savings.
You'll find a car you want at RZACars.com. RZACars.com.
RizaCars.com. Looking for a new Ford? Shop online. The name that sells the most Fords in Illinois.
Find the car you want at RizaCars.com. RizaCars.com.
Hi, I'm Pat Disabato from the Star Newspapers, here to talk to you about my friends at Lisa Thomas Salon. With 45 stylists at 2 locations, Lisa Thomas Salons are the perfect solution for the entire family. Their emphasis on current trends means the most up-to-date styles and products are available right in your neighborhood. Lisa Thomas's knowledgeable stylists are committed to making you look and feel great. So visit my friends at Lisa Thomas Salon on 84th Avenue in Tinley Park or 143rd Street in Orland Park. You'll be glad you did. All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show. If you're just joining us, our guest this week, Andrew Varsity football coach Jim Zimmer. All right, 7-2 conference champions. Class 8A, you get the number 9 seed. Now, people are probably wondering, your fans are wondering, how did we get this number 9 seed based on our 7-2 record? Playoff points, right?
Right, playoff points, and that's something that we can't control. And we're happy to be 7-2. You know, like we said, our goal was to win the conference championship, get into the next season in the playoffs, and no matter who we play, we got to get on the field and execute and go from there.
Yep. I mean, you got to go down to Belleville East Friday night, 7 o'clock. It's a long haul, but that's a good thing. Kids get to get on the bus together, spend 5-6 hours together, a little camaraderie. That's a good thing, too. When you look back at this season, I mean, you've won 5 in a row now. You're as hot as any team in the area. You look at the Rock Island loss, a couple special teams breakdowns, you win that game. Right. And then against Lincoln Waste, I think you had the ball on their 3-yard line, and then I think you misfired on a short field goal. I mean, you lost that game 13-10. I mean, you're this close to being 9-0, right?
Yes, we are. And as a young coach, I always heard, you know, head coaches at clinics, and when talking to head coaches, they said when you become a head coach, you're going to lose a lot of sleep. And I'm like, how? I'll still sleep. I don't know what they're talking about. Now I know what they're talking about with that. So there were games that we thought we could have won. But I think what that's done is made us stronger. Yep. And it's made us to get to a point that we're at right now.
Yep.
And that's a credit to our kids, you know, from watching film and listening to their coaches and being able to make adjustments. They have.
Yeah. And, you know, you'd rather be going in like this. You lose those 2 games early in the season. Right. Now you're on a roll. And we talked about it prior to the taping that Belleville East is on a 2-game skid here. They're at 7-0, and they lost last weekend 6-3. So you're catching them maybe on a little bit of a lull here. And you guys can't play any better than you did last Friday night. So you got some momentum going.
Yes,
confidence.
We have some momentum, a lot of confidence. We just, you know, this is a group that is very focused. And they're going to be focused on the bus, and we're going to stop halfway and go through a little walkthrough, get them something to eat, and we get to Belleville, we'll have our meetings, and get on the field and play.
And, you know, if there's any discussion about, should we let the kids out early? And this, come on now. The golfers, they get out early. They get to miss days, you know what I mean? This is the football team. You let them out when they need to get out on Friday. You know, they're the ones who generate the revenue, bring in the bucks to the booster clubs and the schools. So the football team should be able to leave anytime you desire on Friday. You have my blessing on that.
Well,
and your athletic director, Rich Pajek, he better get the job done on that, okay? Because he dropped the ball at this number 9 seed. He should have been able to pull a number 8 for you guys with all his influence downstate, right?
Well,
don't worry, you just agree with me on that. All right, well, some fans are probably wondering, because of the long haul and people have to work on Friday, I don't know how many fans are going to take that 5-6 hour drive anyways, but why Friday and not Saturday?
We just wanted to stay in a routine. We've been playing Friday night games all year, and you don't want to mess with a streak.
Yep.
And we feel that we're going to be able to get the kids out early, and they'll be focused and ready to go.
And what do you know about Belleville East? You said they have a running back that's 1,300 yards. So
1,300
they like to
yards,
run the ball and play smash mouth football, or what?
They're very big up front, smash mouth football, power, power football. They'll throw a couple times a game, and they're pretty talented. Their head coach, Tim Funk, is a very good coach and has been there for a couple of years. With Belleville East has got a great tradition of football. and it's going to be a quality opponent.
Yeah. And we should tell people, too, that, the Thunderbolts are on a roll not only on the varsity level. They had good seasons on the sophomore, freshman levels, both A and B. They swept District 230 competition on all levels. We should let people know that as well, Stag and Sandburg. You knocked them out of the box on all levels, which I guess is a credit. You obviously know the emphasis on the feeder programs, and you make it a point to make the old Andrew name known at some of the feeder programs, right?
And when you talk about the success of the lower levels, first of all, that has to go with my lower level coaches, and coaches on all levels are doing a great job, and they're great with the kids. They're teachers, and that's the most important thing. And when you have success on the lower levels like that, that's showing us that we have we place a big emphasis on our feeder programs, the Tinley Park Bulldogs and the Orland Hills Wolves. We feel that we're starting to get a great relationship with them, and we had them over in the spring for a coaches clinic, and our coaches and myself, we go out to games and practices, and you got quality coaches on the feeder programs. You're going to have success in the high school level.
Yep, absolutely. Well, Jim, I appreciate you
Thanks
coming
for
on board.
having me.
Listen, good luck down there
this
week. Not only this week, we want to make a nice long run, and I know it's a tough road, but and on another note, I mean, second year, you're a good man, and that's the main thing. I know those kids are ethically and they're being taught everything on and off the field. So continued success over there, and we'll see you. And I know I'm going to see you in round 2. I know I'm going to see you on round 2. So, all right. We're going to go to a Coach's Corner timeout. When we return, we're going to have on Dan McMillan, Mr. CFO of the Rizikar Group. We're going to swing some deals here, so stay tuned.
If you're looking for a great place to eat with the family or to hang out with the gang, then you have to get to the Coach's Corner. You will love our extensive menu featuring burgers, shrimp, and our famous jumbo chicken wings. So whether you're playing darts, golden tee, sitting at the bar, or watching the game on any of our 19 TVs, you'll have a great time. So get to the Coach's Corner Family Sports Bar and Grill at 143rd Street and 82nd Avenue in Orland Park, where there's fun for the entire family.
From a mouth-watering pizza to a stomach-pleasing Italian beef sandwich, you'll never have to worry about going home hungry from Beggar's Pizza. Our meals are prepared with the finest ingredients available, tastefully seasoned in the culinary traditions of Northern Italy. Whether it's your team's victory bash, a birthday party, or just a nice night out of the kitchen, check out our extensive menu featuring pasta, salads, appetizers, dinners, sandwiches, and of course, pizza. Enjoy a great Beggar's Pizza at home or dine in at one of our many suburban locations.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show. I'd like to thank Andrew Varsity Coach Jim Zimmer for being our first guest. Our second guest, the big man, CFO of the Rizikar Group, Dan McMillan. How's it going, Dan?
Very good, Pat. How are you today?
I'm doing very well.
Very
Thanks
nice.
for coming on board.
Very nice to be here. I haven't seen you in this context for a while. I don't get to be on TV with you enough.
Right, not enough. But we've
could
done
get
this before.
We get a talk show together, and I think people will enjoy it.
All right, let's talk about the Pioneers, because you have your hands in
Orland
different
Park
hats.
Pioneers.
You're a coach for the Pioneers.
Probably the finest football organization, youth football organization in the, I would say the southwest suburbs, I'd say the southern suburbs, I'd say probably the greater Chicagoland area, maybe in the state of Illinois. Does a very good job. There's a lot of good organizations, Tinley Park, Mokina, but we do a real good job of developing players to feed into Sandburg mainly, and developing them as fine young adults also.
Absolutely.
And we're there we do a lot of support for the families. This year we had our first annual golf outing, which hopefully we'll have many, many years to come. We raised a lot of money, used for many good reasons. We we gave money to the Jorge Posada Foundation, one of the Yankee catchers who has a foundation, and also to Hope Children's Hospital. So we're trying to help the community. It's not just about football, though that's important. It's also about developing young men and helping the community itself in general.
Yep. And you're having a pretty good season?
We're having a good season. Overall, the organization is having a very strong season. Different levels do well. Some do better than others, but overall, we're doing very well. Very well. This is our first week of playoffs. This is playoff week.
That's
crunch time, Pat.
Yep.
It's crunch time.
Coincides with the high school. First round of high school. That's sweet.
It is.
That's
it's like October Madness instead of March Madness. Yeah, which...
we should talk about your March Madness.
March Madness, we're leading
up
to.
Hawks.
Hooptown Hawks, I'm feeling the excitement. I'm feeling the excitement.
What was the record last year? Let the people know.
Well, the regular season record was 69-5.
That's what I'm talking about.
Going from November to the beginning of March. Then we played in the spring. Probably went from there. We probably went about 35-7 because we played a little tougher competition. We played some national tournaments, but we did very well. So we won over 100 games last year. Now we're getting ready to start our new season. We've been playing in this Oak Lawn League right now, the Hooptown Hawks.
Yep.
We're playing in the 8th grade. We're 7th graders. We're playing in the 8th grade level, and we're in first place right now. We hope to win it. You never know.
Yep.
Got to be humble in victory as well as humble in defeat. Let's hope you're a whole lot more humble. Have a whole lot more humble victories.
That's
than
right.
Humble
Than
defeats. Then you don't have to eat that humble pie. That was a band back in your days. Yeah, a little 30 days in the hole. But anyway, we don't want to go too far back.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but no, the Hooptown Hawks. We're starting our official season. We're doing this fall league over with George Shimko in Oak Lawn. We will start our season at the Joy of the Game in Deerfield, November 3rd and 4th, and we're hope to come out and take home some hardware there. That's what.
I'm confident you will.
Well, you can never, I don't want to be overconfident, but we've tweaked the team a little bit this year, got a few different players. We've accentuated some of our strong points and hopefully improved on our weak points, and we're ready to go. I'm excited about it. I am. I'm cautiously optimistic. Cautiously. You got to come out and see us play a few times.
I'll check it out.
Last year we tried to get a few games filmed, but we could never get it done at the right time.
Right.
And,
hopefully we can get that done.
We're going to get it done
this year.
We're going to get it done. And we did do the Hooptown League this summer. Did we win that?
I think you did.
I think we did.
I think you did.
I think we did.
You were on the Hooptown with me.
Yeah, I did a little broadcast. We're still talking about our broadcast team together this summer.
We were 1-2 punch. What a 1-2 punch.
Yes.
Now, you should mention here. Now, we took care of the Pioneers, took care of the Hooptown Hawks. And what about the Rizikar group?
Rizikar group's doing very, very well. Not as well as we would like to. Ford is on a comeback trail.
That Mustang's sweet.
Mustang looks great. The Taurus is out now, and of course, who doesn't want to drive around? Who doesn't want to drive around and explore an expedition? They're this time of year especially.
Yep.
We got to get you in one.
Yeah,
of course, we got the Porsche to put you into.
Right. I'm still waiting. I'm saving my rubles for that Porsche.
But of course, we have the Acura, and who doesn't want an MDX right now? Or TL. And of course, Chevrolet is always. What did they say?
Built like a rock.
Built like a rock. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Little Bob Seger there.
Little Seger.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Dan, I appreciate
Pat,
you coming.
You sure we can't?
Board.
Pat, can't we talk some more? Can't we? Let's get our own talk show.
Got 20 seconds.
We're going to get our own talk show. We're going to go on the talk show circuit.
We might have to go like big time cable, like XM radio or something like that. You and I. Now, that would be fun.
Stern's been asking for a show to follow up his morning show. We could do afternoon drive. Yeah. That's what we would do. Afternoon drive.
We could.
Let's do afternoon drive. Can we do it, George?
George gives us a nod.
Come on, George. Okay,
right?
We'll do it.
All right.
We'll do it. Pat, it is always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you very much.
Don't get to see you enough, Pat.
I know.
Former pitcher for the New York Mets.
They know
I just had to get that in.
Every
Former
time
pitcher
they know
for New
that.
York Mets.
Were
you left-handed?
Left-handed.
Left-hander. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. And he had a screwball that Tug McGraw would love.
This guy's unbelievable. Okay. All right, we're going to Coach's Corner timeout. Okay. Lisa Thomas Salon timeout. When we return, high and tight. Stay tuned.
Are you looking for just the right hairstyle? Then come to Lisa Thomas Salon. We've been providing the finest in hair, body, nail, and skincare for over 15 years. Our emphasis on current trends and continuing education means the most up-to-date styles and products are available right in your neighborhood. Our knowledgeable stylists are committed to making you look and feel great. Visit Lisa Thomas Salon today on 84th Avenue in Tinley Park or 143rd Street in Orland Park. You'll be glad you did.
RizaCars.com. Looking for a new Chevy? Shop online. The best Chevy selections and the biggest Chevy savings.
You'll find a car you want at RizaCars.com. RizaCars.com.
RizaCars.com. Looking for a new Ford? Shop online. The name that sells the most Fords in Illinois.
You'll find a car you want at RizaCars.com. RizaCars.com.
Are you buying or selling in the south suburbs? Then make your next move with Mike Michalowski of RE/MAX 10. With many years of experience, Mike can be your realtor for life. Check out his website to search from over 70,000 homes. There are many pictures, community profiles, and school district information. Make sure you don't miss the virtual tours. So no matter if you're buying or selling, call Mike Michalowski, a career realtor from RE/MAX 10, your realtor for life.
For the best high school and local sports coverage in the Southland, turn to the Star newspapers. With a 106-year tradition, their award-winning team of writers and columnists cover what you care about. Whether it's the highly competitive prep football scene or the intensity of travel softball, the Star has all the bases covered.
Welcome back, High and Tight. Okay, folks, there's been a lot of underachieving teams this season, but no one has underachieved more than the Homewood Flossmoor Vikings. I don't know what happened to the Vikings. They finished 5-4, got blasted the last 2 weeks. Bradley, 26-4 in Week 8. Andrew, 42-21 last week. And now, because of those two defeats, they're the 16th seed in Class 8A, and they have to face the number 1 seed, Downers Grove South. Not good. Too many athletes, Division I athletes at that, to finish 5-4. But sometimes you got to check in here a little bit. The heart, the desire, and I don't know if all those intangibles were in the right place, namely the final couple weeks of the season. All right. Hope you enjoyed this High and Tight segment. Hope you enjoyed this week's show. We'll be somewhere next week. We're going to be at Lisa Thomas Salon next week. That's right, Georgia. We're road tripping, baby. We're road tripping. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
The Coach's Corner Show is brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick. The Coach's Corner Family Sports Bar and Grill, where there's fun for the entire family. Fair Share Amusement, featuring CD jukeboxes, Golden Tea, Megatouch, and more. Lisa Thomas Salon. Visit us at Lisa Thomas Salon. You'll be glad you did. Riza Cars. You'll find the car you want at RizaCars.com.